Hi, Life in the Lala. Welcome in.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Welcome to Flora Candle Company.
What are you up to today?
I actually just got here. Nolan's the one that's been making candles all day today.
What have you been doing today?
I was working on some research at home and then getting ready for our interview.
Are you just going to wing it, or are you like prepared for these questions?
I think we'll just see how it goes.
Just seeing how it goes?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're going to hop right into it.
Sounds great.
What inspired you to start your business?
So the company is actually named after Aunt Flora. It was Nolan's great-great-aunt, and she passed away in 2020. And so the way that we wanted to remember her is by buying a Amazon kit off of Amazon, and we created our own candles. And so we started doing that. The candles weren't the best. They weren't the highest quality. And so we were like, you know what, that was such a fun project. Let's continue doing that. And so we bought higher quality ingredients and we started making them. Friends and family ended up loving them. And then we decided that we were going to continue that into the historic Lafayette Farmers Market. So once we did that, people were like, you know, we have to have you year round. And so we opened up the shop and it's been great ever since.
Awesome. So what was the first step that you took into making the dream a reality? I know you said you went to the farmer's market, got the Amazon kit. Was the Amazon kit kind of like that first jump into making this dream a reality, or was it just kind of for fun at that point?
It was, honestly, Nolan was finding a way to combat the boredom that everybody had during COVID. Yeah. And that Amazon kit was the very first step into us doing that. And we just were like, you know what, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right and make sure that it's going to be a fun process while we're doing it too.
Because the Amazon kit wasn't super fun, or?
It was fun, but it just didn't smell good.
Didn't turn out well, right?
No, the fragrance is not the best.
So what's the story behind your business name?
So a business name comes from Nolan's great-great-aunt, Flora, whose actually nickname is Aunt Pooh.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Is this her?
Nickname. Yes, that's actually Nolan and her together.
Do you know why her nickname's Aunt Pooh?
I don't. That's actually a question you're going to have to ask him.
Okay. It's an interesting one.
It is, definitely.
So what was the biggest challenge that you faced when you were starting out?
Our biggest challenge was trying to find the highest quality ingredients that we could. And so after that Amazon kit, we were we're going to go find like the best one. That was Candle Science for us. And it's most of the place and most of the time where candle companies do start. And it led us down the right path. And then we were like, okay, well, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We're going to be sustainable, but then we're also going to try to be as local as possible too.
That's great. You said most candle places start out kind of on Candle Science. Is there like any specific reason?
It's just the first thing when you search up when you're trying to make candles. It's usually Amazon and then Candle Science right after that.
That's awesome. It's great that there's resources like that for people.
It's really great.
Did you always want to be a business owner, or did this path kind of surprise you guys?
For me personally, it was a surprise. I had no idea that we were going to end up having a storefront one day, or I was going to even be a business owner. But I think it was Nolan's dream to definitely be a business owner. He wanted to be his own boss, and it definitely shows how great of a job he's done with the business too.
So sorry, I'm looking at my questions here.
That's okay, no worries. Take your time.
If you had to describe your business in 3 words, what would they be?
I would say community, pride, and sustainability.
That's great. Is there any reason for those?
We love to be involved within the community. We like to have community engagement and making sure that the people that are coming here are having the best time, but then also when we go out into the community, they're also still having a great time. And then for pride, we are a queer-owned business. We're one of the few here in Lafayette, and we're super proud and eager to be that proud pride company that's also queer at the same time. And then sustainability is something that I like to bring with my degree from Purdue, and that's to make sure that we have the highest quality products, but then also making sure that they're environmentally friendly at the same time.
That's great. So if you had to describe your business in 3 words, I guess I just asked that question.
You did. It's okay though.
Oh my gosh, I can't see very well. What's your most popular product or service?
Why don't you follow me up to it? I'll actually show you.
That was embarrassing.
That's okay. Everybody does it. All right, so let me see if I can even find it. It's Black Lavender Oak. It was our most popular scent last year, and I love it so much. I can't seem to find it on the shelf. That's why it's actually gone.
So it's most popular, so it's sold out,
yes.
right? Oh my. Let's see here. I keep losing my space here.
That's okay.
Do you have a personal favorite item that you offer? Maybe you have that one on the shelf.
I do. It is actually blueberry cobbler right here. It has been my favorite ever since we've created it. And I just, anytime someone comes in, I'm like, did you smell this one? So I'm going to give you guys the chance to smell it.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
It's really good. I can smell it as soon as I
smell that. Yeah, when you open it over there, you can smell that blueberry-ish, kind of vanilla-y.
Yes, yes. And it's such a great scent because it reminds me of my grandma who has sadly passed away. And once we created it, I was like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of her blueberry pies that she used to make.
That's so sweet. So what makes your business unique in the Lafayette community?
Our uniqueness definitely comes from us being queer-owned, but then also from us being involved in the community as much as possible. I really think it stemmed from us being at the farmers market and then trying to bring that lively atmosphere here into the shop. And then we try to bring it every single place that we go to as well.
That's so sweet. What's one thing that you're most proud of about your business?
One thing I'm most proud about is our sustainability practices, whether that us be partnering with Fiber Global to do cardboard recycling or us recycling as much product as we can. Being a candle business, we do use a lot of materials, and for us to be able to be sustainable and practice our best environmental practices possible is a great achievement for a small business.
What does a typical day in your life look like?
Typical day for me, so I'm currently a grad student at Purdue, so that means I do a lot of research. I have a lot of different things that I'm reading, but then also data processing. Love data processing. We'll talk about that.
That sounds terrible.
It's so much fun for me though. But for the business, I would say it's also the data processing. I like to know who's buying our candles, why they're buying them. It really shows great interest into what we could do further with our business.
That probably answers my next question too, like what your favorite part of running the business is.
Oh, the number crunching. It's always the number crunching.
Would that be Nolan's answer too, or?
I don't think so, but it's a question you might have to ask him.
How do you balance creativity with the day-to-day operations?
I mean, if you look around this space, none of it is mine. This is all Nolan's genius creativity. So I would definitely say that it's quite the balance for him in trying to not only create the fragrances that we have, but then also trying to make the space look as unique as possible that it could.
What's one thing that people might not realize about being a small business owner?
It's really hard and it's super challenging, but there's always a great outcome to it. And it's always a reward to see people walk in and love the space that you love so much.
That's awesome. What keeps you motivated on those challenging days and those hard days, like you mentioned?
That just takes me back to Saturday mornings after the farmer's market. I love pouring the candles. I love having that fragrance just hit my face, and it's just a soothing process. And I would also say having the people come into the shop and seeing their smiling faces and walking into a space and being like, this feels like home.
It does. It really does feel like home.
Well, thank you for that. It's just so comforting. And it feels great.
So how has the Downtown Lafayette community supported your business? The people, the businesses, everyone.
It was, back to the day when they said, I want to see you year round. They really held up their promise. We see these people constantly, whether it be a new face or a returning face. If they are new to us, we hope to see them again, and we usually do, which is great. So it's always great just having those people be here with us when they said they were going to.
And what about the downtown businesses? So obviously downtown Lafayette is kind of thriving right now, right? And it's evident when you walk down the street, there's people walking down, having fun. You can come down here on any day of the week and see people walking on the sidewalks.
Yeah, I agree
no matter like what the temperature is. It's freezing out. It just snowed, and there's still people riding their bikes and walking down the street right now. So, but how the downtown businesses kind of taken you guys in under their wing? Were they open armed when you opened, or were they kind of standoffish?
I wouldn't say standoffish at all, but it was a little challenging being the newbie or the new kid on the block. Some people would say
break out into song.
I should. You don't want to hear my singing voice though. It was definitely challenging for us because we felt like we couldn't approach them, but we couldn't have been more wrong than that. The community and the business owners themselves are so welcoming, and we appreciate them every single time that we see them. We can call them our friends now.
That's awesome. I feel like when there's kind of this like love culture downtown Lafayette with the business owners, when I walk into those spaces, they kind of make you feel like part of the family.
Oh yeah, every single time we walk in, they say hi to us, and it just makes you feel so great. It makes you feel awesome. Like you're at home too.
That's so sweet. So what's your favorite part about being part of the downtown business scene?
Honestly, watching the people walk down the street. I shouldn't say in the street, on the sidewalks.
Unless there's an event going on, right?
Unless there's an event, in which we have mostly every single Saturday during the summer and fall time, there's an event happening. But just seeing them walk down the sidewalk and then having them walk into our space and just seeing their smiling faces, it makes you feel so great and makes you feel like this downtown has a great community.
Yeah, it's pretty evident, like we were saying earlier. Have you formed any special connections or partnerships with any local businesses downtown or beyond?
I would say being a part of the Downtown Lafayette Business Owners Association has really allowed us to gain that connectivity with all of the business owners down here. We're always eager to make connections with them, collaborate in different ways, and then also try to find a way that our product could fit into their space, or we can create an experience for them.
That's great. If you could collaborate with any other local business, who would it be?
Oh, you're going to make me say all the businesses down here. The one that has been in my mind recently is going to be Flora Studio and Classroom. Amanda Kennedy, she is such a great business owner. She has such unique ideas and a unique business in itself, creating art and having a unique space that people can come in, feel welcome, and basically be as creative as they want to be. Really has inspired me to want to do that with her, whether that be through our candles or creating a totally different kind of art.
What's one event or moment that made you feel especially connected to the Lafayette community?
It would have been the farmers market. There's just so many different interactions that you can have with people, with so many different kinds of people. And we were able to bring that into our store and make it in its own unique way.
So you'd say the farmers market, like you talk about the farmers market a lot.
I do.
And it's kind of what gave you guys the boost, right?
And it's something that we'll never give up. It's something that we will always chase, something that we will always show up to, because we know that the people want to see us there, but then we also want to see them. And it's our way of giving back to the community and being part of it.
That's great. What's one lesson that you've learned as a small business owner?
Oh, that's a really hard question. I'm going to have to sit down and actually think about this.
We're getting to the hard questions.
I think they've all been hard, but this one's extremely hard. Actually, I'm going to have you repeat that question for me.
What's one lesson that you've learned as a small business owner?
One lesson. I mean, there's so many, but I would say trying to be involved as much as possible. It's rewarding at the end of the day, but then there's always something new that you can do to be involved with the community and to make sure that they're going to be involved with you.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
What's one piece of advice that you'd give to someone just starting out?
Never give up. Always chase your dreams, whether the dream be small. One day it will get bigger. It happened with us. I mean, all we wanted to do was cure boredom. And we did that, but we wanted to make sure that it was better, and then it just grew and grew from the farmers market to the space that we're in now.
And you guys cured boredom by, commemorating someone's life, right? Like you commemorated his aunt's life with this business, and it's evident that the love is there.
Yeah, it's something that our company definitely loves to show, our small business, and what it shows to other people, and that's love.
Is there something that you would do differently if you could start over?
Doing it differently. I feel like as a small business, I'm not supposed to answer that question. But if we were to do something differently, I really think trying to be more sustainable. I mean, there's always better things that you can do for the environment, and trying to avoid throwing away as much as you have to. I mean, and creating connections. That's another good piece. I wish it's something we would have done earlier in our career when we were first starting out. But it's something that we're growing and learning, something that I think everybody has to learn when they first start out.
How has your business evolved since you first started?
I mean, starting in Nolan's apartment and making candles on the stovetop to us having a boiler that's meant for breweries. It's just size. Growing in size is something that ever makes you evolve. And then also growing your community. I mean, we started out with just our friends and family, but now we're reaching into communities such as Chicago and Indianapolis, and we just see more and more people joining our family, our community at Flora Candle Company.
I'm going to rapid fire these last 5.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
What's been your proudest achievement so far?
You're going to make me get emotional for this one. That one was having Nolan walk through that door and smile and making sure that he has a space that he can come to, feel welcomed, and make him happy. That was my end goal, was just his happiness.
That's super sweet. What inspires you when creating new ideas or products?
The fragrances. The fragrances spark new ideas. They make you feel happy. And once I know that I'm happy with the fragrance, I know everybody else will.
What's next for your business? Any exciting plans on the horizon?
Oh, let me show you real quick.
Oh, we're getting up.
Yes,
oh my.
You're going to follow me. Let's run over here real quick. So it's actually...
These aren't very rapid fire.
Yeah, I know. We're going to go as fast as I can. So it's this brand new shelf here. We're going to be bringing back some old products that you guys have seen in the past and just completely filling it. But then also this side will have a bunch of brand new stuff. I can't give any details just quite yet.
No details? Not even a little hint?
It's going to be something that makes fragrance come out.
Oh, well, that's not a very good hint. So what inspires you when creating new ideas or products?
Just a way to either have a memory and recreate that, or something that nobody has ever done before.
Where do you see yourself in your business 5 years from now?
Well, I am, like I said, I'm currently a grad student at Purdue, and I plan to graduate next year, but that could either mean we take Flora Candle Company with us or we leave it here. I mean, we've built such a great community here with the business owners, with the visitors, and with the people that live within this community. It's something that we never want to let go, but it's also something that we can take and grow into another community, and we hope we're able to do that.
Do you feel that there is a Downtown Lafayette without Flora Candle Company?
No. I don't feel like that. I feel like this is something that the community definitely needs. It's something that it wants to see continue to grow, and I never want to take that away from them.
What legacy do you hope your business leaves in the community?
Happiness and love. I want to make sure that everyone has that.
And this is my last question. It's more than 30 questions, but I had to squeeze another one in there.
That's okay.
If someone has never been to Flora Candle Company, what's the one thing that they have to try or experience?
Oh, I mean, you have to do a candle pouring with us. And when I mean candle pouring, I mean our drag shows.
Drag shows?
Yes, we do candle pouring first, and then we have a drag show at the end of the night. It's called Candles with Queens. We try to do 2 within the year, and it's just such a fun experience.
When's the next one?
Next one's going to be in June.
In June. Mark your calendars, folks.
Yep, got to celebrate Pride the right way.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Troy, for giving us a glimpse into the story behind Flora Candle Company. When can we catch Nolan here? When's the best time to catch him here?
I was hoping you were going to be able to catch him today, but he seems super busy.
You didn't want to do these questions, did you?
I actually had such a great time with you, Life in the Lala. This was so much fun.
Well, thank you so much. Be sure to check them out right here in downtown Lafayette. This has been Behind the Scenes, and we'll see you next time.